Hi Cancer and Capricorn, welcome to your soul tie timeless video here. Yes, this video is timeless, meaning from the time that you view it, whether it's today, tomorrow, a year from now, or 2 years from now, does not matter. That's when the messages will be most pertinent to you and will be most significant to your life, okay? If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting. Please feel free to subscribe and or comment if the messages do resonate. So guys, this is not a soulmate reading. This is not a love reading. This is a soul tie reading. A soul tie is a very strong connection, a strong empathic connection with two people where you're bound together by lessons. And sometimes these lessons and these realizations can be very painful for you. Okay, and that's what this reading is about. If you are a happy, thriving Cancer, Capricorn connection, this is not the video for you. Okay, this video is for people who have some existing challenges in their connections and might actually feel a bit bound to each other. This reading is also meant to bring healing. Okay, so this is not the type of reading where it's going to feel good. I don't hold back with these readings. They're very blunt, direct, to the point. If that's not your style of reading, then you don't want to see this reading as well, and you should go ahead and exit. Okay? Let's go ahead and pull some energy, get started here. Whether you're Cancer, Capricorn, Capricorn, Cancer, does not matter. If you're watching this video, your energy will be here. Your partner's energy will be here. The messages will either resonate all the way through or they won't resonate at all, okay? Oh yeah, and I'm sick. Getting over a sickness, and my nails look a mess. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that every video, but yeah, they do. They look awful. Wow, we have 2 cards falling out for you guys. Okay, so we have reconciliation and then worth waiting for. Okay, so that's coming out on this side of the reading. So this is your energy coming through. Some of you actually might have just reconciled with one another. Okay, could have been that you guys have been separated and then now you're coming back into each other's energies. Very interesting there. We have romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. That's coming through on your person's side here. All right. Listen, guys. So this here, what this tells me is that you guys are probably just now coming back into each other's energies, okay? For those of you who you still in separation from this person and this reconciliation has not happened yet, there is a reconciliation actually coming to you where you guys will be coming back into one another's energies. The question is whether or not this should actually happen. Let's pull some more energy and see what else is coming out for you, okay? The interesting thing about the Cancer-Capricorn connection is that, of course, they're opposites. You know, we have Cancer 4th house energy, which is the house of mothers, sensitivity, home, you know, domestic things. And then we have Capricorn 10th house energy, which is, you know, life's work, journey, career, you know, work life and legacy, leaving behind something. So, you know, we have the domestic home versus the work. You know, definitely an opposite energy coming in. We have emotion versus, you know, logic. On your side, we have getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. We have attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We have deception. It says someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. On your person's side, we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Some of you actually could have been married. You know, could have been where maybe some of you are married or were married, maybe going through a bit of a divorce or maybe contemplating this divorce. Could be where you were separated from each other, were thinking about a divorce, and you're coming back into each other's energies here. Or maybe some of you were married at the time that y'all are dealing with each other. One of you could have an actual marriage partner and still be dealing with someone on the side. Wow. No judgment here. I'm just calling it like it is. Then we have learning and forgiving. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So yeah, okay. I am speaking to two different groups of Cancer Capricorn connections, okay? So, I don't know what's making me go with this route, but let's just start with the first scenario, okay? And then I'll go with the second scenario. In this first scenario, this is definitely someone that you are married to and have been in separation from, okay? Could have been where maybe some of you didn't actually ascend to a marriage or a higher place of ascension in that way, but you guys have been together a very long time, okay? But I'm definitely reading that for some of you, this is someone that you actually married, okay? Because we have this wedding card coming out on your person's side, and then we also have, forgiving and learning here. Now, those of you where this is not a marriage and this is not your ex-partner coming through or anything like that, I feel like this could be a new person entering your midst, where this is a newer connection. But here's where the lessons are coming in. For some of you, this person's not available, okay? For some of you, this person's already in a situation where they're married, okay? And then it's crazy how we have deception and wedding coming out next to each other. Okay, we have this deception card along with the wedding. So some of you are coming into an understanding that you may not be the only person that someone's dealing with, okay? You may not be the only person that someone's involved with. Could be where you just found this out, or maybe some of you don't really know this yet, and you have a kind of an inkling about it, but you don't necessarily know. It's a lot of, oh, I'm so sorry for my nose, you guys. It's a lot of confusing situations here because we have this reconciliation card where some of you are coming back together, but then we also have this getting to know each other. So that's what's making me feel like that for some of you, this is a newer connection. And I guess that leads to 3 situations of Cancer Capricorn and not 2, because for some of you, this is a newer connection where this person is not available, hence the deception. Okay. And here you are getting to know this person who's not available. Okay. And what's the lesson in that? Well, that lesson is self-explanatory. If the connection is started with lies and deception, okay, how healthy will the connection be for you? If the connection starts with lies, it's going to continue on lies. Okay, you cannot, you can't establish a connection or relationship with someone and then expect it to go well. Okay, not if there's deception and lies in it. And especially not if this person's not available. Okay. For others of you who maybe want to marry this person, because this marriage card coming out doesn't always mean that you're involved with a karmic situation, okay? I'm just reading that some of you are involved with someone who's married and who's not even available. But for those of you who aren't in that situation where this person's not married, could be that your person actually wants an ascension with you. They want to vibrate to a higher level of attraction, okay? But with this deception card coming out, I don't necessarily know that this is going to be a good idea for either one of you, because I do see here where there are some lies being told, okay? And for those of you who are just now coming back into each other's midst here, and you're having to forgive this person or they're having to forgive you, I just see that a lot of you are coming to understand that if you're coming back in union with this person, you're seeing that this deception is something that's not going to change. So maybe in the past, you're like, okay, well, maybe they've grown. Maybe in the past, this person has been such a liar. Well, we see now that they're not really changing, don't we? We see that they're still the same person that they have been. And maybe that's a painful lesson for some of you to learn, that this person is not changing. Okay, but that is the reality, is that they're not. What do we have coming out for you? Okay. So the first card that we have coming out for you is Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus, okay? Second card that we have is Meditate and Contemplate, New Moon in Pisces. And then we have Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality, Full Moon in Pisces. So very interesting energy that we have coming out here. And here's why this is so pertinent. Because that for some of you, that are being lied to in this connection, you might have to take some time to yourself to actually think about the validity of this connection and whether you still want it, okay? And this could the lesson that's coming out for those of you who are just now coming back into communication with this person, could the lesson be for you to realize that if they lied before, they'll lie again? Okay. So some of you might, I don't know why this is coming across, but some of you are way too trusting of this connection, okay? Some of you choose to overlook this deception. Some of you choose to overlook the fact that this person keeps lying to you. You keep looking at that. Just because a person is in love with you, or just because there's some love there, doesn't mean that we should relieve this person of all accountability, okay? Doesn't mean that they should be able to lie and to continue doing what they want to do, and you just don't hold them accountable. Because I'm seeing here that on one side of this, somebody's not being held accountable, okay? Somebody is not being held accountable by this, and the reason why is because your feelings are involved, and I get it. You know, I get that emotions get involved, and we tend to overlook situations because of the love that we have for the person. But the lesson that's coming through is that you can't continue overlooking lies. Okay, so you have to start seeing things for what they are. And with these cards coming out, meditate and contemplate, and then balance spirituality and practicality, this is really encouraging you to look within your intuition. Okay, take time out to yourself to look within your intuition, think about the situation, meditate over it. Understand that you have to start seeing things for what they are, not for what you want them to be. Okay, and this is talking about being practical. You know, be practical and rational in your thinking process. Stop being clouded by this love and this attraction. There's a strong love and magnetic attraction here. We already have established that opposites attract. Okay, very strong Cancer, Capricorn connection. But that doesn't mean that you should leave all common sense aside just because there's attraction here. Okay, and it says here that prosperity lies ahead. And I do feel that a lot of this prosperity will only come in once you start seeing things for what they are. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what else comes out for you. Because the other lesson that I see over here is forgiving and learning. You know, forgiving the past. Some of you might actually have trouble moving past what this person did in the past. So not only do we have lies and deception, but we also have a failure to forgive and move past the issues. So it could be where maybe some of you, you know, are still remembering what this person did. You know, you're still remembering that this person has always been a liar. And forgiving that person doesn't mean that you have to reconcile with them in that way. So you can actually forgive somebody and not be with them, right? Okay, on your side, we have Ace of Swords. We have Wheel of Fortune. We have the Star. Your person's side, we have the Empress. We have the King of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. Okay. So guys, listen, I'm going to start on your side over here. With this Ace of Swords coming in, this is truth. Okay, this is clarity. So some of you might actually be coming into this understanding, okay? Some of you might actually be coming into a deeper awareness that your person is a liar. Okay, and maybe some of you are starting to see situations for what they truly are. Okay, maybe some of you, even though you reconcile with this person, you are telling them, listen, I forgive you. We can be friends, but we can never be what we were because the truth is not in your blood. So to tell the truth is not in you, right? And I feel like, I don't know why that just rang through to me, but it's like it feels like either you or your person are just truly incapable of being truthful with yourselves and with your partner. Okay? And that Ace of Swords represents truth. And I do see with this Wheel of Fortune, there's a turn of events for the better here. Where maybe some of you, you know, in the past where you were hiding over overlooking this deception, it's like, no, you're starting to come into a greater awareness and sense, okay, of what needs to be recognized. And then on your person's part, it's very interesting over here. Okay, we have this Empress card coming out. So for some of you, could it be where this person that you're involved with could have actually impregnated someone else? Okay, could there be a baby involved? Could you be pregnant? maybe be expecting with the person that you are involved with in this connection. Because this Empress card can also represent pregnancy. So I definitely feel like for some of you, this is a baby. Okay, doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but for most of you, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that there's a child involved. And then we have this Four of Cups energy, and this is almost like refusal to acknowledge, okay? Refusal to take accountability, refusal to acknowledge wrongdoings and what was done in the connection. You know, this also feels like the rejection of an offer. But in this particular case, I feel like your person might have a tendency to not take accountability, okay? Could be a bit of narcissism in the connection here, where they lie and then they believe their lies. They start to actually believe their lies. And for some of you, maybe that's why this Ace of Swords is coming in. So this is a very hard lesson, right? Because you took this person back, some of you. Okay, so some of you actually took this person back and gave them another opportunity. But then we have this Four of Cups here where they're kind of like, they're still not getting it. Okay, so they're still not understanding that with this reconciliation, that doesn't mean go back and do the same thing. Okay, that doesn't mean go back to being the liar that you were in the connection. So I feel like some of you are already learning this lesson of forgiveness, but knowing how to set your boundaries. So forgiveness, right? Forgiving and learning, because we have to forgive to be forgiven, right? But even though you forgive this person, right, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a fool for them, okay? Because forgiving someone doesn't always mean get back together. And I think that's really the lesson that's mostly coming through here, outside of you seeing things for what they are. So seeing things for what they are is very important, but also being able to forgive and set boundaries. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to be with this person just because you're working on forgiving them. Because I feel like that for a lot of you, this person is very just, they're not going to stop lying. I feel like a lot of people don't have it within them to tell the truth. Okay? And we do have something falling out. So what is that? We had two things that fell out. One thing says conclusions are within reach, and the other says surrender to the divine. Yes. What did I just say? With this, conclusions are within reach, it goes well with this Ace of Swords, okay? With this coming out like this is basically letting you know, hey, you can see the conclusion for what it is, okay? So you have the truth in front of you. That's what this card is basically telling you. The truth is within you. The truth is within reach. It's within your scope of understanding. You just have to open your mind to it, okay? You just have to start saying things for what they are as it pertains to this connection. And then we have this surrender to the divine. So this could also be, you know, surrendering what we thought was the case and actually surrender to the truth. You know, surrender to what things are instead of what we want them to be. So very powerful reading there. Very strong advice coming through as far as this connection is concerned. You know, yes, obviously, seeing the truth for what it is not easy. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it is. It's not. Especially when you really care about this person. You care about the connection that you have with this person. You know, some of you actually share children with this person. Okay, some of you actually had years with this person. So this is not just an easy thing just to surrender and just to see things for what they are. But that's the lesson that's coming through, as painful as it is that sometimes when people are not truthful with us, okay, sometimes when people don't tell us what we need to hear, when they're not truthful about their intentions as it pertains to us, this can be a very difficult thing. Okay, this can be very difficult to deal with, because how do you move forward from lies? Okay, how do you establish any type of truth and purity with lies? You can't. Okay, there is no progression with lies. So yes, this is very important information pertaining to this connection. Conclusions are within your reach. You just have to reach out and grab it. And then we have surrender to the divine. And it's interesting that both of these are in moons, full moon, eclipse, and full moon. Both moon cycles, no matter what it is, the moon rules Cancer. Okay, so definitely a synchronicity there, since this is a Cancer Capricorn connection. Please see things for what they are. That's the advice that you're getting here. So those are your messages, Capricorn and Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you found the messages resonating, and comment below and take care.